I've spent the last 10 days living with a Nintendo Switch 2. I've traveled with it, I've had restless nights crouched over it in bed when I should have been sleeping. I've had friends over to obliterate me at Mario Kart World. And in that time, one thing has become crystal clear. How good a purchase the Nintendo Switch 2 is directly depends on which mode you plan to use it in. Because while the thing is docked as a home console, I think the Switch 2 is very hard to recommend right now. But as a handheld, this is a masterpiece. Let me show you why I think there's such a difference. So the very first thing I did when I opened up my Switch 2 was banished my Switch 1 from the gaming room, set up the new dock and a new magnetic way to charge my Switch 2 controllers, locked in, and booted it up on the big home cinema screen. And one thing became very immediately obvious. This is not close to a PlayStation 5 experience, which might sound obvious, but I'm getting to why that's important. Graphically speaking, if you run the same game on both, let's say Cyberpunk 2077, Nintendo will run the game with only about 80% of the effects, at about 60% of the resolution, running at 50% of the frame rate. And you don't need to be on a 150-inch projector screen to be able to tell. Even on a good TV, you can't help but feel like this isn't how the game was meant to be played.